Good morning from sunny Fort Lauderdale. Carter Krishnaiyer here for Beyond the Boundary. Finn Allen, who helped lead New Zealand to the final of the ICC T20 World Cup earlier this year, led San Francisco Unicorns to a decisive victory yesterday by 6 wickets over the Washington Freedom. We hear from Finn Allen in this press conference.
Oh wow! So yeah, I said wow last night after the finish and that last ball finish, but I'm a little speechless on this. I mean, I was talking with Sam here earlier that I told him look around the crowd. And there wasn't a red flag to be seen. um, outside of the game and the records, and we all know that. You guys are looking up in the crowd, and you are seeing all that orange, none from the other team, and you see the buy-in of the people that are coming out in this city. What does that make you feel about being in the U.S., playing in this market, and then what you're doing to be part of the growth and the infancy of the sport again?
Yeah, obviously, being here from year one, seeing how much the game's grown here from then to now is incredible. Thing about American fans is there could be 100 in the crowd, but it sounds like there's 30,000, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, our fans are amazing. They know pretty much everyone's name now, which is cool. They obviously really rally around us, and the orange sticks out a long way. So, to be a part of it's really special, and I know our owners and everyone behind the scenes is working really hard to grow the game here, which is really cool. We have our family days and all that where we really see how many people are getting around cricket now in America, which is cool, and in particular the Bay Area. So it's really special to be a part of, and we always want to put on a good show, and we've said before we probably aren't playing anywhere near close to our best cricket as a team, and you've got guys like Lou Andre coming out in his first year and smacking it everywhere. So hopefully they were entertained tonight.
Speaking of him, were you worried that he was ever going to let you bat?
Look, I was happy to play second fiddle tonight. I was just happy to get past the second over, to be honest. But yeah, no, he's incredibly talented, and he's doing a lot of the right things at the moment. So it's great to see, and it's great for us.
Smith Patel from Cricket Buzz. So Luan's been part of the Rajasthan Royals setup. You were at the IPL as well, and Vaibhav Suryavanshi, another child prodigy, was also part of the Rajasthan Royals setup. So any sort of conversations with Luan, any sort of about Vaibhav, and any sort of similarities, since you were also at the IPL, any sort of similarities between Luan and Vaibhav as well? What's your analysis on their games?
Just about 5 years difference, but no, I think, look, we probably haven't really spoken about Vaibhav, to be honest, but they're both incredible players in their own right. I think, guys often get compared to one another, but I think the way Lou goes about it, he's different, he's quirky, but he's really set on his areas, and he really commits 100% when he wants it. So, look, it's great to see. I'm happy for him. He's a great guy. He works hard. So I'm not surprised that he's doing well, and it's just, I think, great for him to get an opportunity in a tournament like this and showcase, how good he is.
Congratulations on a spectacular win.
Thank you.
And I've been taking small bites around the stadium, and I asked them who's your favorite unicorn player, and most of them say Finn Allen. So but one thing I want to ask you is, it is such a diverse team, and I talked to the CEO of MLC, and he said, we are preparing U.S. players for the Olympics. So what do you have to say to the young U.S. players in your team? Any advice that you give them, and support them in whichever possible way?
Yeah, I think the perfect example is Sanjay Krishnamurthy. I think you see the growth not only physically but also in his game from the start to now. Like, having a franchise tournament in your country, it really develops guys a lot faster. Having high quality cricket, I think he's playing in tournaments all around the world now. So, he's getting that exposure from playing here and from performing, and he deserves it. I think everyone will say it. Every team's got some top quality local players, and we have Hassan as well. Guli's performing. We've got a lot of guys now that they're not just local players; they're just players. It's not like there's a a mix between the two. You know, they contribute every game. So I think, you know, it just shows the league and the quality of this tournament. I think there's probably always clout around it of what the standard is like sometimes, and I think, you know, this year you're seeing it as well. You know, it's going from strength to strength.
Hi, this is Ritu from Indica News. So today's match was easy for you?
Oh, it's never easy, trust me.
And my question is, do you think your team, your owners, they're working hard through AI to make you all work? How much of that part the AI is helping you in winning these matches? Because you're doing good. And I know MLC is looking more competitive this season. If you can put some highlight on that, and do you see you're going to grab this trophy this year? This is the fourth season.
It's a lot of questions to answer at once. To start with, I think, you know, our owners.
From the California audience, or at least Northern California.
Yeah, no, look, I think our owners and our support staff are awesome. You know, our environment's amazing. The way we incorporate AI, it works really well too. It's not all AI or no AI. It's the perfect amount of their contribution, and I guess we take it and see where it fits. You know, we get all the information we need, and then we kind of make the decisions on the field. Shorty obviously making the final say. So, you know, it definitely contributes and it helps to get all that information. I think the support staff we have harness it really well. I think, you know, it sometimes too much information can be a problem, but I think the way that we've harnessed it has worked really well. Trophy-wise, yeah, look, I think if you look at the teams, I genuinely think that we've got the best balance of a side. All-rounders, top-heavy batters, bowlers, gun locals. I think, you know, we've got a pretty good side, so I don't see why we wouldn't be competing for that trophy.
You're very positive about it.
You have to be.
Go for it.
One point, which area of AI helped you today? Like, what did you do any particular mapping of the
Oh,
other
you're
part?
really putting me on the spot here, aren't you? See if I'm listening in the strategy meetings.
It's more interesting for the people to understand what is AI doing here.
Yeah, look, I think what they do really well at this ground in particular, it was a little bit unknown what the wicket was going to play like, and our analysts and AI guys, you know, they're analysing every ball. It takes them 30 seconds to log each ball, and so I guess live and real time we're seeing how the bounce and the pace of the wicket compares to previous game, the game 4 on the last wicket, et cetera, et cetera. So we're getting constant information on what the wicket's playing like. So then it means we're better prepared, I guess, to know what we're coming in for. And that's really helped. And look, sometimes information's not always correct, or bowlers do something different, or blah, blah, blah. But I think, you know, having that information there's been really helpful.
One last short one. David's got in.
So 194 was, or 190 for 4 was a winning score pretty much every other game this week, except for the one that Washington won last night on the last ball. How are you guys feeling about that? You know, do setting in, and you know, pretty good number, and then you're coming into your batting. How are you guys looking at each other saying, this is what we're going to do, this is how we're going to get back, regardless of how well it started out?
Oh, we've got Lou Andre Pretorius. No, look, I think a score like that, look, T20 cricket, the way it's going now, you feel like any number's chaseable, and you have to really believe that. I think we kind of got out there, and the way Lou started us off really gave us momentum, and I guess puts them on the back foot, right? So then for me, I was just looking to, I guess, follow in his footsteps, play second fiddle if I needed to. But yeah, look, when you got a guy going that hot, it's the same as what they've had with Mitch Owen. You know, when guys are flying, slightly small ground, wicket played pretty well, especially second innings. So I think, you know, we just backed ourselves to try and kill the game in that power play, and it's good fun, you know, with Lou. He's a super positive guy. He backs himself, and I think, you know, it just shows why he's had success, especially this tournament, is he just goes out there and enjoys himself.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
I hope they see
Cheers,
you in
guys.
Stanford for the finals.
Thank you. Cheers, guys. Thanks.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Cheers, mate. Best of luck.
Thanks, guys.